You may be wondering where the transparent pixels in a transparent web graphic come from. Of course, you could design your original source file, usually a PSD file, with transparent areas. But often you're inheriting a graphic from somewhere else that doesn't have any transparent pixels in it. So if you're starting with a source file like this one that has no transparent areas, it is possible to leave the source file as is and remap some of its colors to transparency as you're optimizing a copy for the web. Here's how that's done. I'm going to open this image in the Save for Web and Devices window. Over here on the left is the original PSD, and over here on the right is a copy of the image as it will look optimized as a GIF. I'd like to eliminate the purple all around the orange part of the image and in between this black line and the orange part. So I'll get the eyedropper, and I'll move into the GIF preview and I'll click on purple. Over in the color table, you can see this purple color chip is highlighted. To remap that particular purple to transparency, I'll go to the transparency icon here at the bottom of the color table and click. You can see that color chip now has a special symbol on it, indicating that that purple is now remapped to transparency. And everywhere in the GIF preview that used to be that particular color purple is now transparent. If I look closely around the rounded edges of this rectangle, I see that there are a few purple pixels hanging on. To clean those up, I'll go back to the color table and I'll look for some other purple shades. I'll click on one here and then I'll hold down the Command key on a Mac or the Control key on a PC and select those other few purple chips here in the color table. And again, I'll click the transparency icon to remap those shades of purple to transparency also. I'd like to preview how this image will now look against a colored web page background. To do that, I'll go up to the Panel menu and Edit Output Settings. And in the Output Settings dialog box, I'll go to the second menu and change it to background. I'll leave View Document as Image selected, and if there were a path to an image in the Path field, I would select and delete that. Then I'll go to the Color field, and I'm going to change that to white. And then I'll click OK. Now to preview the image against a white background, I'll click the Preview button. And there is the image in a web browser, and I can see down through all the areas that used to be purple, out here as well as in between the black line and the orange rounded rectangle. I'm happy with these results, so I'll go back to my Save for Web and Devices window, and I'll click Save, and I'll save images only on my desktop. Out on the desktop, I have the GIF that I just created. I'm going to open it in Photoshop so that you can see that it does indeed now have transparent pixels wherever there used to be purple. So that's how you can start with a source file that has no transparent pixels and optimize it as a transparent GIF for the web.